in the past year. And the number one indicator to me of people losing their mind in the past year was when Corona beer sales plummeted in the beginning of the pandemic. Fact. People stopped buying Corona. That's not the most autistic shit you ever heard in your life? I told an autistic friend of mine about that, and he was like, holy shit, that's autistic. You took it literally? That's like, hey, I got 2 tickets to the baseball game. You want to come? Yeah, but that Lou Gehrig's disease is getting crazy right now. I can't really... I don't want to risk it. Oh, you need help with your roof? Look, man, I'd love to help you, but that shingles is getting out of control. I can't risk it. What am I, stupid? Just imagine having, like, it's your favorite beer. You go to your local liquor store every night, you open up the beer cooler, got a glistening 6-pack. Now, just imagine having the thought, no, I better not. No, it's got the same word as the virus. I did break up with a girl named Katrina in 2005, though, just to be safe. Gotta be safe, folks. The craziest thing that happened to me in the past year, and I guess when I think about it in my life, I knocked on this gas station bathroom, because I had to go, obviously, and the person in there said, Jerry's in here. I think about this every night before I go to bed. Jerry. First of all, the nerve of him to just be in there just like, they'll know. You'll know. I started getting nervous, like, should I know Jerry? What the fuck? Is he the mayor? What the fuck? Is this Jerry's gas station? Then I thought about it, it's not even that crazy, because like, what do you say when you're shitting in public? It's probably the same thing I say. I go like this, someone's in here. Someone? I'm just someone? At least Jerry got to the point, you know what I mean? He's like, Jerry, son of a carpenter, I'm shitting. I'm a Capricorn, add me on Snapchat. You're like, Jerry, get out! He said, chill out, man, I'm almost done with chapter 2. Jerry, you're gonna make me go outside and piss behind a dumpster and risk being a sex offender, you know? Stay 1,000 feet away from a school zone for the rest of my life. 1,000 feet away. It's always some random arbitrary number, you know what I mean? Like there's some guy circling the circumference. You fuck kids? No, you're good. Keep going. A mustache, get over, come over here. Let me see I don't fuck children papers one more time. No. It's a flimsy attempt at protecting kids is all I'm saying. Like how many feet you gotta stay away from a Build-A-Bear? None. I can manage a putt-putt golf place, but I can't be around a school. Like it's the only conglomeration of kids, you know? Nobody knows that somebody's not creeping in 800 feet with binoculars. Who's checking it? How you know somebody's not creeping in 600 feet casting a Jolly Rancher on a fishing line? Trying to get a chubby one, you know? Kid comes home with a blue mouth and a sore ass. Blue ass, sore mouth? Is that better? Yikes. Moving on. Gretchen Whitmer is a hero. I just like saying that. I don't give a shit what any of you think. I just like saying it. It's fun. Usually when I say that, there's like 3 divorced guys at a bar like, hell no! And a few women like, she is! But she is a fucking hero, let's be honest, for putting up with that distracting ass sign language lady the entire pandemic. You know, I'm trying to figure out if I can go to Menards, and I got fucking Charlie Chaplin up there making movements in the middle of the apocalypse, distracting me. Look, if you're deaf and you don't have your subtitle shit figured out, you're out of the loop. I'm sorry. You just don't get to know anything. Did you hear this controversy a while ago? This rapper T.I. got in a lot of shit because he announced that he takes his daughter every year on her birthday to get her hymen checked at the doctor. Yeah, at least pick a different day, right? If you're gonna be that creepy, let her blow the candles out first, you know? Happy birthday. Come on, sweetie, let's get your pussy checked. Let's go. What is a hymen besides God's factory seal? Just make sure there's no tampering going on. I've never taken a girl's virginity, actually, but I've opened a Snapple, so it's got to be kind of similar, right? A fun fact on the inside. He messed up, though, because he didn't know that there's multiple ways to break a hymen besides losing your virginity. Like, he bought her a horse for her birthday, and he didn't know that the horse broke her hymen within the first few minutes when it fucked her. Anyways, I got this cousin I've been trying to fuck forever. You know what the best part about that is? Not even a joke. I'll sit in the silence. I don't give a shit. It's not a joke structurally or factually, but she's not first cousin. I'm not fucking weird like that, you know? She's my cousin who I never really met, and from my grandpa who I never really met, second wife's daughter's daughter, whatever, blah, 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 no blood, and we meet at 13, and she's just fucking, you know? Right when you're curious, 13, sprouting. And she's just, and we go to Cedar Point and shit, she'd throw her hands up on the right and be like, oh, she had large titty. Oh my God. That's the only time I ever bought that picture at the end of the ride, though. It's like $30, it's a lot for her boobs. A cousin tit? Too much. Thank you. Voodoo dolls. How come nobody fucks them? What would you do if you got a voodoo doll? Look at me like that. You'd be like, stick a pin in the needle in my enemy, and I'm the asshole because I'm trying to make you come in traffic. It's not rape if it's telekinetic. Can't rape through the air. Don't look at me weird, like I'm pro-rape. I'm pro-magic, all right? The lines get blurred. Imagine your dad sitting there watching The Lazy Boy, sitting in this Lazy Boy watching the game one day, and all of a sudden he's just like, ow. Hey. Ah! And you're up in your room like, sorry, Dad, that's the wrong voodoo doll. God damn it. Where's my Scarlett Johansson voodoo doll? The Washington Redskins. Any football fans? They're not the Washington Redskins anymore, they're the Washington football team. Which means that there's a football team named Football Team. Grown adults met in a room, like, I don't know, the Washington Pterodactyls? They're like, we don't want to offend the Christians. Moving on, next. The Washington Pitbulls? They're like, yeah, but Mike Vick's commentating. We don't want to get weird with it. The Washington Janitors? They're like, who let the janitor in? He's back there, he's like, it's just an idea. Miss Potato Head isn't Miss Potato Head anymore, I know. You know what you think of Mrs. Potato Head. No, it now goes by Mr. Potato Football Team. Thank you very much. My name is Vic Kelly. Have a good night, everybody.
Glad that fall has finally come around. The end of garage sale season. Hate garage sale season. My garage turns into God's waiting room. All the people that show up at garage sales are in their little scooters, their oxygen tanks. I need to put in a recharge station halfway up my driveway because I don't think they can fucking get there. Then they ask the dumbest fucking questions in the world. I see you have this in a 2X. Do you have a 3X? This isn't fucking Target, all right? Tell you what, if I keep making the same bad health decisions throughout this year, the 3X will be available next year. So just hang in there. I had this lady bring up a toaster to me. She goes, this toaster has a dent in it, and you're selling it for $2. Yeah, I am. That same toaster at Target would be $20, but it's in my garage, it's got a dent in it, that's why I'm selling it for $2. Will you take $1.50 for it? No! You know what I'd do for $1.50? I'd take that toaster, put it in the middle of the street, run it over with my car, then back up over it again and flatten it out. Then chop it all up into little bits. Take the pieces of metal down, and then I turn it into a gun and a bullet. I'd put the bullet in the gun, and I keep pulling the trigger till I felt the sweet relief from death before I'd ever sell you this toaster for $1.50. How about $1.75? All right. I do that. I am at 54 years of age. I have just discovered edibles at 54 years of age. Woo! Fuck yeah! You know what I like about edibles? It's like knowing your best friend's coming over, but you're not quite sure when he's gonna get there. You know what I mean? Like, Gonna be 10 minutes, half hour, I don't know. But I'll tell you what, when he shows up, shit's gonna get weird. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I also get weird thoughts. Like, do you think Abraham Lincoln ever thought to himself, maybe I should have sat in the front row? You know what I mean? Like, do you think that ever went through his mind? I mean, think about it. Think about all the work that John Wilkes Booth had to go through to get to if he sat in the front row. He'd have to hope there's a seat open behind him, and he'd have to sneak up on him. Excuse me. Pardon me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Man, could you move your popcorn? Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Bang! Excuse me. Bitch, move your fucking popcorn! Excuse me. Pardon me. Like, it would have turned out totally different if Abraham Lincoln just sat in the front row. You know what I mean? And then I start thinking about Kennedy. Oh, conspiracy theories. People think it's the CIA or the Russian. No. You know who it was? It was the National Weather Service. That's who fucked JFK. Yes! Noel Grassley, Dallas's own wacky morning weatherman, is sitting there telling everybody what a beautiful day it was. All he had to say was, there's a chance of rain. If you've got a convertible, you might want to ride with the top up. But no! He's talking up with Bob back in the studio, telling everybody, oh yeah, it's a real Chamber of Commerce day, Bob. You know what they say on a day like today? Sun's out, guns out, and somewhere in Dallas, Lee Harvey Oswald was like, hey, that gives me an idea. Yeah! You can say it was the Russians or the CIA, but it wasn't. It was the National Weather Service that fucked JFK. Along with Marilyn Monroe. But it was definitely National Weather Service. Oh. Do you think that Thomas Edison ever envisioned a day when people would take light bulbs and cameras and shove them up their asses? Do you think he you know what I mean? Like, I thought if he knew that was going to happen, he would get involved in the lube business. Don't you think? Like, he was such a businessman. Today, anyone doing butt stuff would have used Thomas Edison lube. But we don't. I won't tell you how I know that, but we don't. I'm sorry, that's a sodomy joke. Shouldn't joke about sodomy, right, Jason? Listen to that joke about sodomy. A few years ago, I was watching Shawshank Redemption with a friend of mine, and he looked at me. He goes, I could see as a bottom. What the fuck? Like they're eating breakfast. Like, what about that scene? They're eating breakfast. Then you look at me and go, you look like you'd take it in the ass. You know what I mean? Like where's it? Like, and look at, if you think I'm a bottom, you want to call me a homosexual, I don't mind it. It's fine. The only time it bothers me is when my wife says it. That's the only time. And with her, it's more her tone. You know what I mean? Like, you're a bottom. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, yeah. Say your name is Peggy. Say your name is Peggy. I'm like, Jesus, let's, settle down. I'm sorry, it's another sodomy joke. I'm sorry. I did. Yeah, as Jason pointed out, Sodom was destroyed by God. But to me, I think that's a bit of an overkill. Like, don't you think the people in Sodom would have asked to have the name changed? Like, you know what I mean? Like, your office hires Chad, and everybody introduces, this is Chad. Chad's from Sodom. Don't you think there'd be people razzing him? Like, Chad, were you reared there? Hey, Chad, when you go home, do you drive up the old dirt road? Be like, everyone in Sodom would be like, we've had enough of this shit. We've had up careers in this shit. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how Sodom became butt-fuck Egypt. All right? My name is Bill Morrison, everybody. Have a great night.
You guys like to dress up for Halloween? You like to do that? Yeah, it's fun, right? I'm 43 and single, so I like to go to Halloween parties and find the woman that isn't necessarily wearing a Halloween costume. She's just wearing one of the many costumes that she has, and has just decided to trot it out for Halloween. You've seen these ladies, right? Like I don't know what's Halloween about, a mouse with tits hanging out, but that's scary. I get it. I like it. Like I said, I'm single, so during the pandemic, citing precedent, you guys should keep up. I started doing online dating. Anybody in here online date? Clap if you've ever done online dating. Oh, there's a few brave souls and a lot of liars in the room. All right. I'm just saying that because I can do math, and they made $4 billion last year. I only wasted 60 of my dollars. So that's not. Well, and I get it. There's a stigma with online dating, right? Like people think that only weird people do it, or like, it's for people that are socially awkward, which I'm not. I like talking to people. But I understand now why they're so successful, these online dating sites. Because you see the commercials, they're like, oh, I met my soulmate. And I get it, as a redhead, that's a challenge. But still, I believe in it. And the reason I believe in it, and I realize it now, is because I went on to Match.com, right? And I was only on there for a few hours before I was astonished at the technology. Because it's 2021, right? And that technology is being utilized everywhere, especially with online dating. And I did not know this, folks. As I said, I'm 43, so I'm old enough to remember, if you're in your 40s, as you will as well, back in the 90s, like there was this program called Microsoft Word. And it had this really helpful, like little paperclip guy that would come out. You could be staring at a blank sheet of paper and just type one letter, and this little paperclip guy would come out on a bicycle and be like, hey there, John. Looks like you're trying to write a resume. Would you like some help? You're like, hell yeah, this is awesome, Clippy, right? You want to take my first 2 weeks, go to orientation? I don't feel like going to work anyway. Well, he's over at Match.com now, right? Like, if you've never checked it out, I encourage you to go and do like an account at Match.com. Even if you're married, do like a joint account. It's fine. Like, get on there and just experience it because it's amazing. And this is what I found out. So I'm on there for a few hours, and I get my profile all ready to go, right? And I get some interesting pictures and clever little phrases on there and stuff and a bio. And so now I'm all ready to go shopping, or whatever they call it. And sure enough, right away, I found this profile, this very attractive woman. I thought we had a lot in common, so I wanted to, send a message. And if you've never tried it, it's still very intimidating, even though you're not in person, to try to send. Like going up to someone at a bar, that's tough. But even online, it's still difficult because you got to figure out something really interesting and clever to say, right? There's a lot of creepers out there, and you got to keep her attention and make yourself a little bit different while still being. And so I'm staring at this blank little message screen, trying to figure out what I want to say to this woman. And I couldn't believe it. Out of nowhere, here comes Clippy on this little paperclip bicycle, right? He's just rolling out. He's like, hey there, John. Looks like you're trying to lie to a woman. Would you like some help? Yes! Great. And ladies, I don't want you to turn on me. I don't mean lying to women in a nefarious way. I don't believe you should ever, try to take advantage of a woman, and that I'm not about that. But I'm a very nice, honest guy, and where I get myself in trouble is that when I get in a first encounter with a woman I'm attracted to, I just get so honest that I start revealing shit that she has no business knowing, right? And Clippy would be a great intermediary there, right? I'll tell you what, not even in my love life. I'd like to have Clippy, before the pandemic, I'm about to go on the road again. It's been nice to get out. But I was down in Tennessee, and after a show, it was great, a lot of wonderful people, and this, wobbly little blonde comes up to me after the show. She's like, hi. My hair was really short, so you could say, hi, I saw you at the show tonight. My name is Brittany. I'm like, of course it is. It's like, I just wanted to let you know that I think funny men are very sexy. I'm sorry, I've been drinking a little. I know, I told him. Then she leaned in. She got real bold, and she kind of went in and said, oh. She saw that I had some stitches that I just had taken out of my forehead, right? A little scar there, pretty badass. She's like, oh, did you get in a bar fight? You're funny, dangerous, sexy, comedy, funny? Like, no, Brittany, I stood up off the toilet too quickly a week ago. Like, I just went right up, got a little lightheaded, hit my head on the sink on the way down, and I'm just bleeding all over the linoleum. I tell you, if my mom had me come downstairs and do some laundry, I might have died. Bye, Brittany. You have a good night now. I would have also loved to have Clippy, along for that as well, because later on that night, see, I like smoking marijuana. This isn't just an outfit. I lived a life. And when I go on the road, it's wonderful that it's legal in Michigan. Are you guys in favor of legal marijuana? Oh, good. That's all. I'm so glad to hear that because I don't have any. But I don't take it on the road with me, right? Because you can get in trouble. You can get arrested by some cop who doesn't believe in it. And so I was in Tennessee on a Saturday night. I would have loved to have Clippy with me in that dark alley at 2 a.m. on a Saturday night and be like, hey, John. Looks like you're about to pay $200 for an ounce of oregano. Would you like some help? I'm like, yes. I'll give you $150. Let's go smoke this oregano. Clippy. Desperate. Here's the other thing I did during the pandemic. For the first time ever in my life, folks, as I said, I'm a pothead. So during the pandemic, we were all locked down. And then the first time ever, in one day, I got my groceries, my pizza, and my marijuana delivered to me at my home. 3 different people. Yeah. It's fucking, the future's awesome. I don't know if you know this, there's a lot of competition in Grand Rapids, so the dispensaries will deliver for free to you, right? Like just, and the best part is they bring it in like a stapled white lunch bag with a receipt that's longer than those CVS ones. Like I'm gonna take it to my weed accountant and be like, here you go, make sure everything's in order, Stephen. But now, as wonderful as this is, I did not, oftentimes when we get a wonderful new thing in our lives, we get all excited, but we fail to see some of the downsides that are inevitably going to come with it, right? And I am now met with a conundrum that I didn't anticipate. I was very excited to get my weed delivered, but here's something I've been doing for years, folks. I'm going to change your lives. For years, as I've been getting pizza delivered for a long time, and I've been a pothead for a while, I have been tipping my pizza and food delivery people in weed. Do it. If you've never done it, if you tip your pizza delivery person in weed, you will get your next order before you're finished on the app. It's amazing. Like free Cuckoo Krusties, a gallon of ranch, all that shit. It's incredible. So, I've been doing that, and so people love getting tipped by weed. But now, I haven't planned for this eventuality. Now that I'm getting my weed delivered, would I tip my weed guy? Pizza, yeah, right? Like that seems obvious, right? Like I'm not an idiot, you know. But here's the problem, right? Like if I need to order pizza to tip the weed guy, and then I gotta order weed to tip the pizza guy. Have you guys ever heard that riddle about like the chicken, wolf, and the feed, and they gotta get him across the river in a canoe? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to get this weed across the river. I need help. That's the end of the joke. It's funny.
It's a beautiful day in suburbia. A beautiful day in suburbia. Could you be mine? Would you be mine? Won't you be my white friends? What's going on with you guys? My name's Ron Kelly. How you doing? You guys all right? Okay, listen. I just want to tell you a couple things first, okay? I'm more afraid of you than you are of me. And, no, for real. We're good here. Okay? Because in all seriousness, we got a handbook for this shit, all right? It's called the Black Delegation Handbook. No, this shit exists. It exists, it's real. You know what I'm saying? First thing on it, listen. When you're around them, take the hoodie off. That's first thing. Second thing, you have to unblack your hat. If you don't know what that is, I normally wear shit like this, I'm gonna be honest. Okay? Nervous, it's cool. Okay, we're good. Normally now, had this been a bar, I wouldn't have got Hennessy or anything like that. I would have got a fucking Bud Light, okay? You guys love Bud Light. We hate that shit, okay? We like liquor, for real. But no, man, but listen, I just want all the white guys in here to know that look, okay? I know what you're thinking. I'm not gonna do what you think I'm gonna do. I try to have sex with all the white women tonight, right? I fucking learned my lesson, right? Fuck that. I never picked the right one. No, listen, I'm gonna tell you which one to pick because I asked my brother. Okay, my brother has a nice one and she has money. He says Whole Foods. Okay?
What is it?
Fucking around where I live at, we don't have Whole Foods. The only grocery fucking store we have Whole Artery Clothing Foods. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It's a totally fucking different thing. But look, I'm about to be real. This is a fucking weird ass place. The shit is fucking different to me. I could have swore I fucking died when I walked in here. You know what I'm saying? No, listen. Let me tell you why. Because, I came in here. I went straight to the concession stand. I saw a familiar face and white woman, so I fucking went there. And on the menu it said, sloppy hoe and Joe. I said, sloppy hoe and a sloppy hoe? When is that on the menu? Is this a brothel? Did I die? I thought a girl went through my phone and I was at home and then I fucking woke up dead. Son, you know, I have 3 sons, and they do a whole lot of dumb shit. You know, like one time, I'm sitting there playing Madden. Now people say, why are you a 44-year-old man that plays Madden? Because I got kids that play football, and I gotta pretend like I know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay, so anyway, I'm sitting here playing Madden. True story, man. One time my fucking son was playing football, he was at fucking practice, and like, you know, I'm fucking trying to tell him motherfucking spin. I'm like, B button. I'm gonna fucking what the fuck I meant though, he spent. This shit was real. No, man, but my kids was arguing. Okay, my kids was arguing. I hear them yelling. I'm like, hey, stop. And they're like, I'm like, stop. And you know what I'm saying? So I fucking come out. I'm like, hey, man, what the fuck is going on? They're like, Cameron got a doggy bag. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, he must have went out to eat and he has a fucking doggy bag. It's no big deal. Me and your mom used to get doggy bags all the time. All that means is that we got a whole lot of food and then we brought them home. You know what I'm saying? My kids looked at me, my sons looked at me, they're like, who's gonna tell me? I'm like, who's gonna tell me what? What the fuck a doggy bag is? I got one in the refrigerator right now. What the fuck are you talking about? And they're like, oh, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, so they're like, okay, my 13-year-old son says, Dad, a doggy bag. Okay, listen, Dad. I'm like, tell me. He's like, listen, now, hold on. He's like, Dad, Cameron, my youngest, was laying on the couch and Radio, my dog, jumped up on the couch and had his balls on his forehead. Cameron, a doggy bag. I was like, shit, let me write that shit down. That shit's crazy. No, man, but yeah, like I said, my name's Ron Kelly. Not to be confused with the other Kelly. You know what I'm saying? You know the guy. You know, Mr. Like peeling you, or you know, lock you in my basement. You know what I'm saying? But for real, I am black, like, so you know, I fucking grew up to his music. I loved it. But if you listen to it, you gotta be honest with yourself. You know, my mind was telling me no. But my your body's in jail. It's done. It's done. It's it. No, but if you ever heard the remix, you know what I'm saying, his #1 record, I don't know if it is his #1 record, but it's ironic that, you know, one of the most played songs in high school graduations, preschool graduations, kindergarten graduations is I Believe I Can Fly. You know, it's just weird, but have you ever heard the remix? Well, he just dropped it from prison. It's fucking called Don't Believe It Was Me. And he says, don't believe it was me. It wasn't me that you thought you seen. Urinating on the preteen. That wasn't me up on your screen. Don't believe what you saw. She could have moved, it could have hit the floor. Don't believe it was me. And then he had some preteens. It was him. You know what I'm saying? No, but look, man, my name's Ron Kelly. I appreciate you guys laughing with me. Look, at the end of the day, I want everyone to know that we all love chicken. You know what I'm saying? But all black dudes don't like watermelon. I'm just saying we like white, you know what I'm saying, we like white chicks. But listen, hey man, but give me a round of applause, that was funny. My name's Ron Kelly, thanks